There's no business like show. What? What's that, Carol? Don't sing. I'm not going to sing. This is the Best of Branson show. Welcome to our selections of the Best of Branson shows. Ooh, Christopher. What makes you an expert on places to go to? How do you know what other people like to do? Maybe you didn't list the show that I like, so this entire list isn't true because it doesn't have that one show that I like that we went to that one time and it was really good, and you didn't put it, and we go to it all the time. We have season passes and it's awesome. Yeah, I get it, me with a different shirt on and hat to make it look like a different person. But what I have done, for those of you that don't know me, is I have my own show. I interview people every day, at least a dozen people a day, asking them their favorite shows to go to. We keep track of them. I film the shows, and I put together this list based upon what people say they love. They have no reason to lie. Why would they lie there? Yeah, you probably got paid to put these shows on here so that you could sell tickets to them. That's what you did. You're going to try to sell tickets to go to the shows that you listed, and you're getting paid for it, and you're making money off this whole thing, and that's the whole reason that you do it. No, we've never had anybody pay us to advertise on our show. We are not associated with any of the ticket agencies. So many of these shows, you got to be careful, okay? They tell you the best things to say. We'll also try to sell you the tickets down below. We don't do that. No. All you have to do is trust us. These are shows that people seem to really like. We have no motive. So you come to Branson, and you want to have a nice dinner and a show. Well, here are my two favorites. Of course, I have to mention the Showboat Branson Belle because to me, it has everything. It has a show, okay? It has a dinner. It has a cruise. You get to see the scenery. You get to be entertained. You get to be fed. And I work there. So I'm kind of biased, but I also have to tell you that it is the best deal in town and by far one of the best shows I've ever worked at. Dixie Stampede is insane to me. You go in, you don't eat with silverware, but you see these weird people that bring their own silverware and stuff, and they bring it in their purse. What's that, Carol? You take your own plastic silverware? Take real silver. But sticking to the subject. So you get to see a pre-show, okay, which is always entertaining. Then you go in and they serve you this amazing meal. I have never heard a bad word about the food at Dixie Stampede. People love it. I know people that go there just to eat. But while you're eating, you're also entertained with all kinds of animals and horses and horses are animals. Carol, can we Google that? Animals including horses. And so there is something for everybody to be entertained. A great dinner show. Of course, the classic show in Branson to always see. By classic, I don't mean it's old-fashioned because they're constantly updating it. Would be the Presley's Jubilee. Is it called the Jubilee? It's called the Presley show. Is amazing, okay? Because it is hilarious. I think their comedian is the best in town, and I am a huge critic. All right, so be sure to check out the Presleys. Get in there. It is a tradition of Branson. They've been here 50+ years. For something a little new and to see where Branson is headed, I believe, go to the Haygoods show. They always have fun stuff. Tim, Michael, all of them are always on the cutting edge. They're looking for new technology. You will see all kinds of things. There are people coming in on zip lines. They play all types of music. They have this new segment where they are projecting video on their instruments, mapping the video. It is insane. Okay, it is so cool. Be sure to check that out. But the music is just great, and they are so talented. If you've ever come to Branson, you'll know that they have been performing for over 25 years. Another show that's a little bit different in Branson would be Forever Young, because it's kind of like watching a play, an entire production where you go through the lives of the people on stage, and they're just really nice guys, okay? Not only really nice guys, they're insanely talented. All right, and they have great music in the show. I guarantee there'll be some music for you because they go through their entire life. They talk about oldies, they talk about newer songs, they sing newer songs, and it's just one of the best shows in town. It's the most well-written show that I've seen in town, and it offers something a little bit different. It's good for every age because even the little kids are going to remember some of the older songs from all the Pixar movies, DreamWorks movies, okay, because they are using all of these old things, and so be sure to check it out. Two other shows that people are always recommending to me. The Sight and Sound Theater has a new show every few years. As of 2017, it's Moses, okay? But next year, I think they have a new one called Samson. And I just hear amazing things. People are constantly, I would say that is the number one show that when I ask people during my show what they go and see, they almost always, I can predict 90% of the time, they will say they were at the Sight and Sound. And my personal favorite, if I was going to go to another show in town, okay, if I was going to recommend something, of course you'd have Forever Young and the Haygoods and all that, Rick Thomas. Rick Thomas does a Las Vegas style magic show, but it's not just a magic show. Rick is hilarious. It's a comedy show and it has something for everybody, so be sure to check it out. I hope you enjoyed our suggestion of shows to go to while you're visiting Branson. Of course, this is 2017. Shows change. This video is going to be on forever, so we're not going to update it every time a show changes. But be sure to check out all those favorites: Dixie Stampede, Showboat, the Presleys, Forever Young, the Haygoods, of course, all the shows at Sight and Sound, as well as Rick Thomas. And there are a lot of great shows. There's like 100 shows in town. If you can't find something to entertain you, guess what? Guess what? I gotta say, you're not trying very hard. So be sure to check out our other videos. If they're here, you're watching us on YouTube, if people still do that. Down below, you will find all the information about the shows that we mentioned. I'm Christopher James, the voice of Branson. Watch the other videos in this series. Am I winking? Carol, am I winking?